Hey everyone, welcome to Friday Night Live number 133. I am Crystal and I'm waiting for Lisa. I think she's having some technical problems, so as soon as she gets here, I'll bring her up on panel. I'm about 10 minutes late, so I didn't want to make y'all wait any longer. So if you're watching the replay, please leave a comment and hit the thumbs up. And if you are here with me currently, please leave me a comment. Let me know you're here and welcome. So hello, everyone. I'm trying to keep a good eye on this phone so I know when she shows up. Darn ads always move the chat lower down. She had showed up for a split second and it wouldn't give me an option to bring her up on panel. It said ban, kick, and edit name. And I'm like, well, that's weird. If you can hear me, I can't bring you up. And then she disappeared. So I never even got to talk to her. So I have no idea. But she has my email, so she can message me if she needs to. Or maybe she'll be on YouTube in the chat or something and, let me know. But let's see. Let me get on live chat. And I will start welcoming everyone in. We have Tracy Huber. Welcome in, Tracy. We have Mimi Tammy. Mimi loves crochet. Jen Reeves. She says, I'll be back getting supper done. And there's Lisa. Hopefully no problems.
Oh my God. I'm going to pitch my laptop. I'm going to throw my laptop out the window as soon as this is done. I am so sorry. I really am.
It's okay. It's all right. I went ahead and started, so we are live.
Oh my God.
I didn't want to make them wait, so I was trying to update them, And
I am so sorry.
Don't be sorry. It's okay. It's all right.
Ooh. This thing is going to be a paperweight when we go off the air. Oh my God. Oh. How are you?
Okay. How are you?
Oh, I've been better.
So this is my co-host today, Miss Lisa of the Crafty Goddess. If you do not know her, please go check her out. Her link is in the description box and also pinned to the top of the chat. She's awesome. She's very kind, and she's had a hard struggle here in the last year, but she's overcome it. And how are you doing on that note?
I'm okay. Sorry, I'm just playing with the angle here. I'm doing all right. I've got 2 more rounds of immunotherapy to go, and then I get my port removal after that, and then I am anticipated to be in full remission by the beginning of May.
Oh.
So yeah, I'm very, very excited and just grateful that it's over. I apologize. I'm still trying to get everything. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it hasn't exactly been a smooth ride. I mean, it was caught early, but I mean, all this. It was caught early, but it was a rough ride, but it's almost done, and I couldn't be more grateful. And for those in the audience here, I just want everybody to know that Crystal was one of the first people to actually reach out when I got my diagnosis with words of comfort and prayer and wisdom, and just I'm still so incredibly grateful for your support and kindness and friendship. I really am. It's been a huge help the past year.
Yeah, I am here if you ever need to talk.
I seriously appreciate that. That's very, very kind of you. I'm so grateful. I really am.
You're very welcome. Okay, so let's see. I was welcoming people in. So I don't remember where I left off, so we'll just go again. Tracy Hoover, welcome. Mimi,
I'm sorry.
Crochet, Tammy. It's okay. It's okay. Jen Reeves. Chuck.
I just feel bad.
No, don't feel bad. It's all right. She's got a very a computer that does not want to wake up. It's very sleepy, so it took a little while.
Yeah, I opened the laptop and all you heard was,
We have Chuck, Holistic Patriots, Paula Mulford, let's see, Melanie J, Alex Newtz, Ronell Allred. Welcome in, Ronell. Welcome in, Kim G. Currently watching the replay happening in live stream. Awesome. He always
nice.
says that.
That's
And
awesome.
I know my chat's fixing to jump. There it went. Okay. We also have Flower Tammy. And Tammy said, Flower Tammy, because we have two Tammys right now. Mimi Loves Crochet is also a Tammy.
Okay.
So I always say Flower Tammy and Mimi Tammy. So just to, you know, she says, congratulations. Remission is a very good thing.
It is for sure. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. It's like I said, hasn't been, I mean, when I was diagnosed, it was stage 1, but it was aggressive. And because it was aggressive, they kind of had to hit the ground running. So there were a lot of, medical treatments and whatnot. And that's including the chemo and radiation and everything else. So it hasn't been exactly an easy ride. I mean, it never is. Cancer is cancer, right? But I've had a lot of support and help and love thrown at me the past year, and I'm so grateful. It's kind of amazing. Like, I've been looking at my Facebook memories, and it said, a year ago I was set to get my second round of chemo and everything was looking good, but it was kicking my butt. But it's been a heck of a journey. But I just found out that about 3 or 4 friends and relatives have also been all diagnosed with breast cancer. And it's just like, oh my gosh, it never ends. It really isn't. It's just, so if there's anybody watching who's got someone going through a similar struggle, whatever, like, feel free to reach out. Just
There's
lean on your people
here. I believe that Flower Tammy has a certain type, and I want to say I think Mimi Tammy also does, but I can't remember what kinds. I know that they got stuff going on. So
I'm sorry. Well, my heart's with you both, and I just, if anybody needs to reach out, I'm just an email away. My phone's on 24/7.
That's why whenever I saw Instagram and your message, I was like, oh my goodness, she said this the 15th. I don't hardly ever check Instagram, but I do have Facebook Messenger on this new phone. And my old phone, it had so limited storage, I could only have certain apps on there, like Kobe and my video editor. That was it. And then I could record maybe a 15-minute video, but then I didn't have room to edit it on my phone.
Oh, poop. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. No, I just found out that when you sent me your email, I was like, I think I just found out about this email thing. This must be some new revolutionary way of communicating. Duh. I never thought of it. Oh my God. I'll catch up.
Says she threw yarn in your window, Lisa.
Oh, thank you.
So, Melanie J says praises. Mimi Tammy says, in my thoughts and prayers, Lisa.
Oh, back at you, sweetheart. I'm rooting for you.
Well, it jumped again.
Uh-oh.
It always does that. Welcome in Alana Hawkins. She says, glad you are expecting to reach remission come May.
Thank you so much. Yeah, you and me both. I'll be ringing the bell right off that wall.
Good. Pull it right off.
Like, wham!
Mimi Tammy says, Lisa, you look great.
Thank you. That's very kind of you.
Alex is starting to try to crochet, so he says, I'm still working on crocheting. Well, good for you, Alex. Don't give up.
Good for you, Alex. I picked it up about 4 years ago during the pandemic when everybody was at home, and I'm not as good as, say, Crystal and like Connie and Dee's Creative Hands and my sister, but I can do flat objects, I can do shawls, I can do hats now. So yeah, don't give up.
But you're more of a knitter. You knitted first, so.
Yeah, I started knitting, but I was curious about crochet because it goes faster, right? Especially with like if you want to make a big project like shawls or lap blankets or something, it goes much quicker. So I was kind of curious about that. And it does come in handy for something you want done fast. But yeah, I'm used to working with 2 sticks instead of 1 hook.
Yeah. Welcome in Angie Buhanja.
Hi,
And
Angie.
we have any new ones. Welcome in Jen's Hobby Nook. Kim G has been a member for 14 months. She says, love being here all the time. Well, thank you, Kim.
That's awesome, Kim. Good for you.
Paula is asking how everyone is tonight. I'm doing good.
I'm okay. Husband and I went for our yearly annual Good Friday walk and kind of wandered around the neighborhood and stretch our legs and stuff. So we're doing okay. I think he's getting cozy with some video games though, so that's cool.
What kind of video games does he like to play?
He's more of like a Fallout, BioShock, yeah, that sort of thing. So
I actually have all 3 BioShocks. I don't know if they have any more,
none.
but I have 1, 2, and Infinite. I'm a big Resident Evil fan. I played
So's
from
my
1
husband.
to 7. I know they
Yep.
have an 8, but I haven't played it. What else? Assassin's Creed. I love those.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, I think my husband did a few playthroughs of some of the Resident Evil games. We didn't get Resident Evil 8. I saw clips of it. The game series looks pretty intriguing, but I'm kind of I saw parts of the 8th one that really kind of grossed me out. So I was just like, if go ahead and get into it, but I'll be in the next room.
Yeah,
But the BioShock series. Sorry?
There were parts of 7. I had a Xbox. I bought an Xbox One just to be able, to play that one because they didn't have it for any other platform. And I'm like, well, I need an Xbox One anyway, so I only had an Xbox 360. So
yeah.
But all these other games that I wanted to try were coming out on the Xbox One, or you know, and I'm like, yeah, they're gonna quit making the 360 games, so I gotta get me one. So I did.
Yeah.
And I've had it several years, and the last time I picked it up and played it, some of the games from the 360 are backwards compatible. I was playing Assassin's Creed 2.
Ooh.
Got about 3 hours in.
Yeah.
And I turned it off because it saved. I went back the next day and my file was corrupted. There's a glitch. I got all the way back to where I was. Same thing. I was like, that's it. And I haven't picked it up and played anything since. So I was like,
oh, boo. That sucks.
Yeah.
Sarah, I just got to get this adjusted because I want to put my light on. Ah! Sorry, I'm here. the wonder of live streaming. Yeah, my husband said something similar because that's why he got the 360 as well. So, but then he went to get the Xbox One because he needed to keep the format consistent. And then I think it was the same thing with the Xbox or the PlayStation 4. He wants to get a PlayStation 5, but we don't have that kind of money, and they're still like $750 here. So it's like, yeah. But
they're always coming out with something bigger and better, and then you can't play the other games, so it becomes obsolete. And yeah, they make their money. I just wait years and years later, and then I get it.
Yeah, although I noticed that I think the new Doom games were available for, I think, either the Xbox One or I can't remember which one it was, the Xbox Series X maybe, I'm not sure, but I was hoping to get that because I really liked the Doom games, like when they first came out in '97, and I noticed that they did sort of, I don't want to say a reboot, but something similar to that, and I thought, oh, cool, because I always for me, I would play like the pointy shooty games, which the Resident Evil games did come in handy for a couple of times. I wasn't into the RPGs as much as my husband is. He even started dabbling with like Skyrim and that too, which looked fun.
My brother likes the Skyrim, the Elder Scrolls, all those, and I'm not a fan of them. I'm very limited on I'm very picky But
Yeah.
I have certain games that I like. Like on the original Xbox, they had the Oddworld,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Odyssey, or I mean, PlayStation, and I loved that one. It was so cute. This little
Yeah.
alien saves his alien friends, and you press one button, he goes hello, and he lifts his hands up like that, and then the other one will say hello, and he goes follow me, and the other one will go okay, and then you just walk, and take that one to a different location. You got to help these other aliens escape.
Aw, that's so cute.
It
It almost
was adorable.
this will probably tell people how old I am. I used to play on friend's Sega Genesis, and we used to do rounds of Earthworm Jim. That's what that kind of reminded me of. If anybody remembers Earthworm Jim and the Sega Genesis, it was something similar. But the thing is, if you would pause, like if you had to go, say, get a drink or use the washroom or whatever, if it was left on pause for too long, Earthworm Jim would start doing things like he'd be standing there, he'd pull out his gun from his holster and kind of spin it around, then accidentally blow his own brain head off, or he would pull his body out of his spacesuit and use it as a jump rope. It was just the neatest little things. Oh my gosh, I kind of miss that, to be honest. And I've heard that they're doing like an Earthworm Jim. I don't know if it's for the Xbox or PlayStation, but I'm kind of waiting impatiently for it to come out if it is a thing.
I was correct. Both of the Tammys. Mimi Loves Crochet says she beat ovarian cancer in 1988, and then Flower
Yes.
Tammy said, "Yes, I suffer with anal cancer, and I'm in remission." So.
Oh, good for you. Oh my gosh, I'm virtually high-fiving both of you right now. That is awesome. I love success stories. That's great.
My chat just jumped. I know I'm really far behind everyone. I left the chat right at that spot because I wanted to make sure I said that, but I'm not ignoring anybody, but welcome in. I'm going to try to get everybody.
Hey, everyone.
Mimi Tammy says, please do ring it off the wall.
Oh, I will.
Jen's Hobby Nook also says to Mimi Tammy she'll add her to her prayers.
Yep, I'll definitely be.
King. And scroll down. Welcome in, Mary King. We have Rachel King and Mary King.
Rachel! I think Rachel and I follow each other on social media, so that's very cool.
Awesome. Welcome in, Ganni Joe. She has been a member for 18 months. Holy cow. Definitely one of my favorite places to hang out, she says. Well, thank you so much.
Aw. I think Ganni Joe was one of the people that gave my channel a boost earlier this year, late last year. So, Ganni Joe, if that was you, thank you. I appreciate it.
And it jumped again.
Don't you love when that happens?
Because I missed so much. It's like, boom.
It's my fault. We started talking about video games.
All right. Chuck says, which is Holistic Patriots, the creator of Earthworm Jim, Doug Tenapple, now has a news commentary channel.
Nice. Okay. I'm curious.
Thank you, Ganni Joe, for gifting membership.
That's awesome. Just out of curiosity, Crystal, what editing software do you have on your phone?
It's called Video Guru.
Okay. Okay.
Actually, I think I still have it on this phone, so I can show you what the little app picture looks like.
Because I just started playing with DaVinci Resolve. There's a free version of that software. Oh, okay.
It's this one right there. Looks like a little camera. Once you can maneuver and figure out, what all the little buttons do, it's fairly easy.
Yeah, same with DaVinci Resolve. It's a lot of fun to play with, actually, but it's very easy, like user friendly. I just gotta play with it a bit more. But no, I keep it like people keep talking about like editing software for their phones. I'm like, you can do that on your phone.
Yeah.
I'm 53. I'm out of it. I'm sorry.
For the longest time, like if I had a really big file, when I was recording with this Blue View phone,
Right.
And say it was a 30-minute or 45-minute tutorial or something like that, I'd have to transfer it to my laptop, and then a 20-minute video would take like an hour and a half to 2 hours just to convert, like that long. And I'm like,
yeah, I hear you. Oh my God.
Congrats, Sonia, on getting the membership from Ganni Joe. Welcome in, Sally Stevens. And Rachel King says, yes, we do. So y'all do follow each other.
Yay. Yeah, I like seeing the pictures that she posts of her. Now that I know it's her, like she posts pictures of some of her finished objects and stuff, and she's a great crochet artist too. Like a lot of you folks who've been using the hook longer than I have, I'm kind of jealous of your skills. You're all amazing.
Welcome in, Denyse Lee. And I know I missed something. Where did it go? Okay. Mimi, Tammy, thank you so much for joining the Yarny Cat Club.
Yay!
I know I had seen it and I skipped over it. I am so sorry. That's down.
Yay! Yeah, I think it was last Friday's live chat when I popped in. I was like, because I was at work and I saw the notification come up. I was like, oh, hey, I'll drop in and say hi. How's it going? By the way, if you need a guest host next week, sign me up. Because I was in the middle of work. I'm like, I'd love to stick around, but I got to go. Because I work afternoon shifts. I work 4 p.m. till midnight. But because today is Good Friday and it's a statutory holiday, and before when Crystal and I did our first live stream together, she asked, if there's any time you want to jump in and like hang out with me. And I said, sure, I'll take advantage of that. So again, thank you so much for the open invitation. I appreciate it.
You're very welcome. And that goes for, in the future too. I mean, I don't have anybody on Fridays. So if you ever are off, or well, all my Tuesdays are filled, but I could always have another guest on panel at any point, so I mean, I think I can have up to 5 people at a time or 6 people at a time, I think.
Nice.
Me and 5 others, so. Welcome in, Zoila.
Oh, Zoila's here?
Uh-huh.
Hey!
And it jumped and I saw Nisi, Freehandly Made, is here. Welcome in, Nisi.
Nice.
And thank you, Kim G, for the super.
I really noticed that this year with the, well, I don't know if it's just, I've noticed this year or it's been an ongoing thing, but it seems like with the fiber community, like a lot of the knitters and crocheters and whatnot in YouTube, there seems to be a really cool, supportive vibe, like in this community. Like everybody's jumping into each other's live streams and saying hi and dropping like super chats and promoting like, go support this channel, whatever. Like it seems really inclusive and welcoming to like everybody. It's really cool to see like in this, where social media appears to be just an absolute dumpster fire right now, like to come into a setting like this, it's so awesome. I absolutely love seeing this. It's wonderful. It's so heartwarming too.
Yeah. I know a couple of other communities, like the gardening community is pretty supportive of each other. But I think the crochet community or yarn community is a little more supportive. But I'm not big into the garden community as I am the yarn community. Now, other communities from like makeup or couponing or stuff like that, they're pretty cutthroat.
Yeah.
They're standalone channels. They don't support each other very often. You
No,
know,
I noticed
so,
that.
yeah.
Especially with the beauty and makeup community. Oh my God, it's so cutthroat. It's awful. And unfortunately,
Yeah.
we've seen a lot of bad examples of how cutthroat and awful it is. But whew, yeah, I'll stick to my yarn stash and like-minded individuals over here. We're
Yeah.
nicer.
Yes. I mean, every once in a while, I might watch a makeup tutorial or an
Yeah.
unboxing, but that's not my go-to content either. So,
It used to be for me, like I say that in terms of like just starting to experiment with stuff again, and I would watch certain tutorials by certain YouTubers, and they look wonderful and all, but just the toxic atmosphere that surrounded it was kind of stifling. You know what I mean? Like just yeah. No, I still get some pretty cool ideas, but I look up a lot more stuff through like Pinterest and Instagram more than anything now. So
yeah.
it's like, oh, I
There
can
was,
mix that green eyeshadow with something else, and it looks really cool. So yeah.
yeah. There was one time my grandmother was watching this one couponing channel, and there's like 400 people watching this live. And there's like a whole bunch of
Wow.
drama going on between these two YouTubers. They were live like me and you are, and they're
Oh my
just talking crap back and forth. And
oh my
the
God.
ratings are going up. More people start watching. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm getting out of here. I left my grandmother's room and she didn't stay and watch very long either. But I mean, I went back and checked a little later, and there's still that many people sitting there watching the drama. I mean, one
Oh my
YouTuber
God.
stole another YouTuber's content and used it as their own, like
Oh my
couponing stuff.
God.
And I'm just like, they didn't even remove their watermarks, like their logo off of it, and used it.
Oh
And
my
I'm just like,
God.
that's wrong. But that person called that person out, and they're sitting there lying. No, that was mine. And I'm like, it has their proof on what you used. And I'm just like, no, I'm out of here. I'm not doing that. I'm not watching this.
Whew. It's one thing to steal somebody else's content, but if you're dumb enough to not remove somebody else's, like if you're going to be that confidently incorrect and then not remove the watermark,
Yeah.
I'm getting a brain cramp just thinking about it. I'm sorry. Oh my goodness.
Even like my thumbnails that I have for my monthly lineups, it has me
Yeah.
and the other person's channel picture.
Yep.
When I first started doing that, I said, hey, can I save your channel picture and use it on my thumbnail? Before ever making it,
Yeah.
I went and asked their permission just to use their picture.
Yeah.
So we are in great company here, says Zoila. Yes, we are. This is a
Yes, we
very
are,
good
honey.
community.
No, I've been in other streamers chats and stuff with Zoila, and she's always been very welcoming, just an absolute sweetheart. So I'm grateful.
Nisi says, that's crazy. I can't handle drama. I'll just leave quietly and find the nearest exit. True. Very, very true.
Yeah, I mean, if people want drama, like I'll watch Maury Povich, but even then, I can feel my brain just going, "We got to get out of here."
If I want drama, I'll go watch a movie that's a drama,
Exactly, exactly. Oh my gosh.
That's the kind of
Ugh.
drama that I would like, not cringe
Yeah,
your, make you have anxiety drama. Welcome in, Cindy Lulu's Treasure Trove. I saw you come in a minute ago and we were chit-chatting and I forgot to say something, but welcome in.
Hi, Sandy. I think we either subscribe to each other or follow each other. So, again, another absolute sweetheart in the community. This is so awesome. We've got some really good company here.
Yes, we do.
Of course, I'm in good company already, but yeah, this is great.
Welcome in, Mama Gwen. How are you tonight? How is everyone doing? Mimi Tammy says, leave the drama to your llama.
That's awesome. That's so cool. And I got to mention, I know I've said it before and I'll say it again. Your hair is just so gorgeous. Like just the mermaid vibe I'm getting from it. Just beautiful. Absolutely stunning.
It's really faded. I can even, like, in the sunlight, I can really see my blonde showing through.
It
It's
looks
faded out.
it
But
looks cool though. I really like it.
thank you. And plus my roots are several inches long. But I
So you
did
got the
buy, I bought some of that sun in. You know, you just
right.
wet your hair and then spray it. I was thinking if I made it blonde and then I tried to put my shampoo color in, maybe that might work instead of having to actually physically dye my hair blonde again.
I used to use that when I was in high school. Believe it or not, I was a bleach blonde in high school. I used that. I used the touch of sun. The only thing I would recommend is get a really good deep conditioner, like the John Frieda stuff, like Aussie 3-Minute Miracle, something like that. Because yeah, it looks good, but you know, if you're anything like me, where the moisture gets sucked dry, you want some insurance. So, speaking of hair,
Yeah.
I am actually getting my hair back. I don't know if you can see
Oh,
it, but
yay!
it's coming.
You know, that is awesome.
And it's
My
curly.
my grandmother's friend is I'm not going to say any details or nothing like that, but she has just went through chemo and is
Yeah.
starting to get her hair back in too. So
Oh, how's she doing?
she's okay. We saw
Okay,
her I think it was like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and she was
right.
looking good.
That's good. Please give her my love, hug, high five, whichever. Just, I know I'm a total stranger, but I'm rooting for her. That's awesome. I'm glad to hear that.
I will.
Yay! Yes.
No, Mimi, Tammy, I haven't done any spinning yet this week. I have been thinking about it a lot today, and I'm sitting here thinking, which one do I want to spin? What pack? I have a laundry basket that I would use to put my giveaway stuff in,
Right.
and then I actually have a spot for the zip bags I put my monthly giveaway in. So I have a spot for it now, but so the laundry basket I don't use for laundry. But I put all of the roving wool that I had on my yarn shelf and in my closet and the stuff that I just bought, I put it all in there and put it on my new shelf that we put up in the closet. So I have a
Nice.
laundry basket full of stuff that I can spin. And I'm just sitting here like, which one do I want to do first? So
It's like the startitis, but with spinning instead of actually like making a garment or something.
yeah, yeah. Soila says, I want to get a short haircut, especially for the summer. Nisi says, I used both of those in high school too. Was very blonde in my young years. Now I'm rocking my gray. Yep, my gray's starting to come in because my roots are dark. So you can kind of see it. Now, luckily, you can't see it on this camera, but you get
Mine's
close enough,
coming.
you can.
Mine's coming in pretty. I figured because I used to dye my hair like all the time. Like when I was in high school, I was bleach blonde. Then later on, I dyed it black. Then I faded it out to like a red, and I had it red for years. So when it was kind of ironic that I used to joke around with my husband like I should just shave my head and start over. And then with the first 4 rounds of chemo that I was on, it had 100% guarantee of hair loss. So I thought, well, this is kind of a roundabout way of starting over again. But I thought I'd just leave this alone for a bit and see what happens. So it's coming in quite silver, as you saw, and very curly. And apparently chemo curls are a thing. It was Hank. I just watched a video by a guy named Hank Green, who's a YouTuber, content creator. He does like more sciencey type videos. I'm not a science gal at all, but he was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma last year. And he's now in remission too, but he would explain things more from like a scientific point of view. And he just put up one about chemo curls because when his hair started growing back in, it came in curly too. And I thought, okay, it is a thing. I mean, it may stick around, it may not, but for the time being, I'm just kind of letting it do its thing and just go from there.
Yeah. Now I know, like, from when I have dyed my hair, that's why I don't dye my hair as much, because
Yeah.
after I dye my hair, for months, I'm always like when I wash and shampoo it, I have to
Yep.
use a conditioner after, or it feels like it's matted up, like I can't get the soap out.
Yep, I did the same
And
thing.
yeah, so that's one reason why I was like, yeah, I really don't want to dye my hair blonde anymore because it keeps damaging it more and more. But
Yeah.
the color dye that I use for this teal, it actually conditions your hair and it don't damage it. It's a shampoo and
Nice.
depositing colors, so it don't damage your hair at all. It actually nourishes it even more. So
Ooh, that sounds fun. And it
it's
sounds way more.
called Punky Color, 3 in
Ooh.
1, I think, depositing shampoo. And it
Okay.
smells like bubble gum floral type flowers, I guess.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Hey Katie, welcome in. I saw your messages pop up on the phone a couple of times, but I'm live. I can't answer you, so thank you, Katie. Welcome in, Mateo and Roseanne Alexander. Soila says, "Way to go, Lisa."
Aw, thank you. It was funny. My husband's been trying every once in a while. I'll feel his hand kind of reach over and start rubbing my head. I'm like, "What are you doing?" He's like, I'm patting your hair because it's so soft. It is so
Oh.
ridiculously soft." But he's also telling me I should try and like maybe style it a certain way or maybe encourage it to brush or whatever. And I said, no, no, no. This is like my Christmas morning. I want to see what I'm getting.
Mama Gwen, which is Mama Knows Best, aka Gwen, she says, "My mother's was a redhead, and her hair came back amazingly beautiful. Good vibes
Nice.
for you and your path."
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, even my sister's hair is growing in now too. She shaved her head last year when she set up a GoFundMe because I didn't get my employment insurance in time, like as quickly as I would have liked to when I went on sick leave. So she set up a GoFundMe where if we raised a certain amount by a certain time, she would shave her head, and she raised that amount within I think like 2 weeks. So off it came, and we all come from a family where our hair is like a little thicker, a little more coarse and curly, and it's been growing out, but because it's all growing from the same length, it's kind of got that feathery look to it. It's really cool. Actually, in the last Ice Yarns haul video I did, she's with me, and we were talking about the Farrah Fawcett hairdo. It's a little shorter than the Farrah Fawcett do, but it's about the same thing. So yeah, it's interesting. We're both kind of leaving it alone right now just to see what happens.
I know Denise Lee said she was going. Bye, Denise. She's probably already gone.
Bye, Denise.
Welcome in, Karen ABQ. Let me see. I think it jumped on. Yeah, it did. Mimi Tammy says, "I had one of those uniperms. Remember those at J.C. Penney's years ago? He left it way too long. When I returned next day to complain, he said I look like a poodle." He was fired on the spot.
Good. Oh no, my when I was a child in the 80s, my mom used to do those Tony home perms. I don't know if anybody knows what I'm talking about, but like the home perms where like somebody would do it in the kitchen with somebody else. Like my mom always used to give my grandmother perms. So, and I said I wanted curly hair, so she gave me the home perms. But you could either do it with like a nice loose wave or like a super tight curly hair. She would do my super tight curly curls because then when it would grow out, it would loosen out. Oh man, you want to talk about chewed up ends and like breakage and stuff? Oh man.
I had a perm once and I said nope, because it was you know, the curlers that are the very long, but they kind of go out on each end and then dip in, and then they have the little elastic cap that goes to the other end. That's what we used. And
Ooh,
boy,
man.
I had long shoulder length hair, I think, and it came out short and very, very curly, poofy,
Poof.
and I'm just like, I look like Shirley Temple.
Aw. Yeah, mine was, I definitely look like a poodle for sure. So just, the 80s.
Katie says, sorry I'm late, trying to figure out if we are going to my folks tonight or not. Woke up with a horrid sore throat and I'm hoping it's not strep. I hope it's not either.
Oh. Start taking those spoonfuls of honey.
Roseanne saying, I just got here. Who has NHL? I don't know what you mean.
National Hockey League? Sorry, that's the Canadian in me. The first thing I think of is hockey.
Crystal, do people who are not here but members show via Nightbot? Yes, Nightbot is programmed by me personally, and he automatically drops just certain people's links. Like if they have a channel, it's going to drop a link. If you don't have a channel, it just mentions a name. So I programmed him myself, and I have it like on a timer. So it's not that the people are here, it's just dropping what I told it to drop. So I hope that kind of answered.
So do you have to type in drop for Nightbot to put up the channel, or will it just do it automatically then?
If I know you're not Chuck. He goes, not eligible for giveaways or contests. He always says that. If you get a gifted membership or you're a paying member and you have a channel, your link is dropped by Nightbot.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Now, if you don't have a channel, then your name is just mentioned.
Okay.
Now, if you are not a member at all, you can just type drop and it'll drop your channel. So
right. Okay.
Works either way. Non-Hodgkin's lymphoma.
Oh, okay.
Welcome in, Demetra, the Naked Snail. How you doing?
Naked Snail. I subscribe to them too.
Mama Gwen says I look like a poodle.
Well, for the record, I think poodles are really cute. So there.
Yeah. Kim G says Tony Harms stunk.
Oh my God, yeah. You had to open all the windows and just, oh man, I think I fried a few brain cells just from the fumes alone when I was a kid.
Oh, wow. Mimi Tammy says, my hair came out with those electric rollers and it burned my scalp.
Ooh, ouch. E.
Thank you, Jen, for answering that. I didn't see that you had answered that.
No, one of my best friends in the universe, I considered her my sister from another mister. She had non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, and she was actually waiting for a spot to start testing with like the stem cell research and experimenting and whatnot. Unfortunately, in the summer of 2020, she passed away just because she, I guess, the disease, like they couldn't, I guess, contain it with the chemo and whatnot. And this was during COVID too. She was in the hospital by herself. Her own family couldn't even come in to see her because they shut down everything. You couldn't visit anybody in the hospital, whatever. And just, it was heartbreaking to hear about. But at the same time, I was thinking, okay, if I'm upset, I can only imagine what her poor husband and kids had to feel. But Yeah, I'm not sure what the ins and outs are of non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, but I know that there is something with stem cell research or testing that they can do to improve your condition. Again, I'm woefully ignorant with that, but just, yeah, anybody going through any level of this hell right now, my heart's with you. Today.
Kim G says, a hairdresser that I was working for gave me a stacked perm, supposed to be curly around the face and bottom. I told her my hair grabs. She put in small rods. I looked exactly like Roseanne Diana. Dana.
Oh, Rosanna Dana. Oh my goodness. Oh dear.
Welcome in, Barry, Storms, Radios, and Cats. How you doing? And welcome in, Bridget, Queen's Crafts by Bridget. How are you today? Oh, Roseanne Alexander says, I was the bone marrow donor for my brother. Had it.
Oh my goodness. Oh, wow.
Mimi Tammy says, had, not has. Okay. My grandfather had lymphoma in 83 to 84. At MD Anderson, he actually did test for new cancers. He passed away 1 week to the day and hour before her Shane was born. I guess her son.
Oh my goodness.
Poor Barry. He said, good grief, my internet has been horrible today. I pay too much for this kind of service.
Whew.
Aw.
Yeah, we just got ours upgraded not too long ago, so fingers crossed.
Well, enjoy lurking and cooking dinner, Bridget. Shane was born on Labor Day 9/2/84. What?
Okay. So other than a big pile of fiber, which I've seen you play with in some of your videos, what else are you working on?
This shawl, it's supposed to be the first out of many for the old folks home. Well, I don't like saying it that way, but the nursing home that we donate to. And
Right.
I've got that much done. 9 rows.
Okay.
But
it's a start.
It's like 45 inches long. It's supposed to be a rectangular shawl, but it is so slow going. And I was thinking, 1 or 2 of these donuts might make, 16 inches this way. I don't think so. It might take 3. I was just going to keep going, see how many rows I could get done, see how many inches it would be after getting 1 ball done, and then I could figure out some other yarn to use after.
Right.
That's so slow going, and I'm just like, yeah, I kind of miscalculated.
It happens.
Yeah.
At least it's a start.
Oh, I guess Cindy Lulu is going. Bye, Cindy. Have a good evening.
Bye, Cindy.
Apparently today is my YouTube birthday. Well, happy birthday to Denyse on her YouTube birthday.
Yay!
She goes, I had no idea. It was not on my radar. Hi. My grandmother says hi to everybody. I was watching. Oh, okay. My grandmother's been watching for a little bit, and then she's gonna go get something to eat, so. But she's saying hi to everyone. No, I'm not in Houston. I'm north of Houston.
So what's the weather been down there like lately?
Well, let's see. It rained, I think, Tuesday. No, I'm not in Houston. um, it's kind of been in between. Like, I know where Lufkin is. I used to live over that way a little bit for a couple of months. It's kind of been in between like 50s at night to like about 80 anywhere.
Right.
Today it was
Oh.
super windy. So
yeah, it's been kind of, it's funny. I try to tell people what the weather is like here in southwestern Ontario, and the best word I can come up with is schizophrenic, because a couple weeks ago it was so warm. I'm trying to think of how I can convert it from Celsius to Fahrenheit. It was about like I'd close to 20 Celsius, which would be, I want to say, low 60s, high 70s ish, if that makes any sense. So I'm walking to work in my hoodie, if that, because I'm constantly sweating. And then the week after that, we just got dumped on with a bunch of snow. So it was like minus whatever. And now today it's sort of like hovering close to zero-ish, again, Celsius. So I want to say maybe 30, 35 Fahrenheit, whatever. So I walk everywhere with a hoodie anyway, unless I'm like knee deep in snow. But it's just been all over the map. It's just like up, down, like all over the place. It's crazy.
yeah. We're getting into a rainy season. I think
Yeah.
March and April are like is a lot of rain. But then,
Yeah.
when they did call for rain, half the time it didn't rain. It just dissipated or moved around us, or we didn't get it. So
That's kind of like the city I live in too. Like, I'm an hour's drive west of Toronto, and any sort of like rain activity that comes around, like you see it on the weather map, like it kind of comes in from the west, but then when it gets to where I am, it'll kind of go like over or under, like just kind of completely go around. It's like there's an invisible barrier around my city that's like, no, we don't want. And then when it does rain, it just like nonstop pouring for at least 24 hours. So like we might get a few sprinkles here and there, but when it finally does, it's just sploosh. It's weird.
welcome back, Jen Reeves. She goes, I'm back. Supper is over.
Aw. Any leftovers?
Mimi Tammy says, I'm 3 hours if I drive from Houston. Anyone else driving 4.2 hours?
Whew.
I think it's well. Where did you say you were again? North of me? Or east? I think you're, I don't know. Yep.
Yeah,
Chuck is in Dallas. He's about 4.5 hours from Houston.
okay. That's one of the states I haven't visited yet, but I would like to some days. I'd like to visit Texas. I haven't been to too many states. I've gone through like the Midwest. I've gone, I want to say, along the East Coast ish, whatever, but I haven't gone like the furthest south I've gone is like Tennessee, Kentucky, that sort of thing. So, and it's real pretty down there, but I need to explore like further out from there.
Let's see. Mimi Tammy says 74 where she is in Texas. And Barry is in central Kentucky, and he says it's 67 degrees.
We're
I knew it was fixing to jump by the way it was kind of lagging. Chuck, he knows I like this place called Mr. Hamburger. And he goes, Dallas is about 4 hours from Mr. Hamburger when you are hungry. Karen ABQ says, snow up in the, I'm not sure how you would pronounce that, Sandia Mountains, maybe.
Okay.
Paula Milford says, my temp is 39, but it feels colder.
Yeah, I think here it was like 4 degrees Celsius with the wind chill, like dropping it to 0. So it'd be like around, 30, 35 Fahrenheit. Again, I'm spitballing, but it's like, I've worn a hoodie outside today, but it was still just a little like,
yeah. Barry's gonna go reboot his internet.
Oof, good luck.
Longview. I know where that is. Bye, Katie. Have a good night. I'll talk to you later. I think he has a regular riding bike.
So I've been thinking, the last time I did, if you've ordered from Hirschner's Yarn, or if anybody has ordered from Hirschner's, the last time I ordered from them, I got some of those, like those cotton cake milling things. You know what I'm talking about? Have you ordered from Hirschner's Yarn? And if so, how did you like it? Like delivery time, shipping fees, that sort of thing.
The shipping, sometimes they'll have specials, like you get an email and say, spend $35 and you get half price or free shipping or whatever,
Okay.
Every so often, but their shipping's not too bad.
Okay.
There are other places that are worse, but
Yeah.
welcome in, Jessie, the crafty gypsy.
Hi, Jessie.
I've ordered from them a few times, and we've, over the years, since I've had my channel, we've ordered a couple of times, and
Right.
it's good. I mean, the
Okay.
last time I ordered, I think I ordered stuff back in December, and I may have got it like a week later.
Nice.
A week and a half, maybe.
Okay.
And if they ever have anything out of stock, like backstocked,
Yeah.
either they won't charge you for it, or they only charge when they get it in.
Oh,
Like
wow.
they'll take it off your order completely. If you don't want it, they'll go ahead and ship. Or if you do want it, they'll email you and say, this item will be back in stock, blah, 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 blah. We'll ship it at that time. So, I mean, they're okay.
Okay. Because I think the reason I'm asking is my sister had the same thing. We both ordered a bunch of the cotton cake millins from Hirschner's. I think they still are on sale, but because we made some orders, we started getting the Hirschner's catalog in the mail, which was just so delightful to open up and see, woo, different yarns that I haven't tried yet. But I haven't made any orders now. My sister has started ordering through Hirschner's because she crochets. She's crocheting like little amigurumi stuffies and things. And she started getting, I believe, a chenille yarn from Premier, which is available through Hirschner's, and she now swears by it. And she said that she's never had any issues with Hirschner's and whatnot. So I'm just, it sounds across the board like they're a pretty good company to order yarn through. So I was curious more than anything.
We've ordered several times, and it's never been a bad experience. I think their company is fine. I'd give them a try.
Okay.
And
oh no, I'm
sometimes
gonna have.
if you find Lion Brand yarn on their site, sometimes it might be cheaper to order it from Hirschner's than off of Lion Brand directly. There's been 1 or 2 different yarns that I would go to Hirschner's and order instead of ordering it straight off the Lion Brand website, because it's a slightly a little more over at Lion Brand. So
yeah, I've seen that with the Lion Brand website. I was gonna order some stuff through there and thought, well, the shipping I mean, obviously, because I'm in Canada, the shipping's going to be a little different anyway, which I completely understand. But I saw some of the prices and I was just like, I think I'll wait till one of my stores has a sale because it was just like, yikes. Yeah, no, you're right. I think it'd be better to go through them, and same with Premier Yarns as well.
Mm-hmm. Rachel King says, I used to use Hirschner's regularly, but I started getting COD charges at the post office, so I stopped.
Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, I'm going to see if this works because... Oh, sorry.
Sorry about that, everyone.
No. Okay.
Go. She'll be back.
Sorry about that. I'm online now on my laptop. Oh, I'm going to throw this thing out the window. I swear to God. Ugh. I am so sorry, Crystal.
It's okay. Demetra wants to know, where are you in Canada?
I am in southwestern Ontario. In the Tri-City area. I'm about an hour's drive west of Toronto. Yeah, that's just weird that I saw the thing pop up on my laptop. I'm like, shut my phone down. I know this is going to be a pain. Oh my God, I'm so technologically challenged. It's not even funny.
Welcome in, Angela Wright. Rachel also says Lion Brand shipping for Canada is amazing, in my opinion.
That's awesome. Okay.
Mama Gwen has a tip. She says, sign in, leave goods in cart, leave, wait for company to email with a discount.
I've heard that happens either with Hirschner's or I can't remember. I think it was Hirschner's. Okay. I'm getting some more tips here. I like it.
Mary Maxim used to do something similar, but
yes,
they quit that. They quit that once I guess a lot of people started doing it. It's like you would add stuff to your cart and then close out the web page or the app or whatever and wait, a day or two, and they would send you a free shipping code.
Nice.
Take another look. Did you miss something? And then the next email would be, buy now and get free shipping. Well, they started having, I guess, a lot of people do that. And so they quit doing that.
Oh, boo. Yeah, I think the last time I ordered anything from Mary Maxim was one of the mystery boxes, which I noticed that there are differences between the Canadian Mary Maxim mystery boxes and the American ones. The American ones I've seen unboxings, and you get some really pretty like Lion Brand yarns and I think some premium yarns and stuff. And some of the things I've gotten were just like, okay, I might use this for a face cloth, but just not saying it's terrible, but it was, I'm going to sound resentful. It wasn't as pretty as the American Mary Maxim boxes. Because I was seeing, I can't remember who it was. I think it was either Wanda the Yarn Addict or, oh gosh, it was somebody else, but they got a bunch of the date night Lion Brand yarn, and it looks really pretty, but yeah, I didn't get any of that in my mystery box. Oh my gosh, what a technical nightmare. I'm going to toss this thing out the window when I'm done, I swear.
Demetra says, oh, I'm near Peterborough.
Peterborough? Yep. Okay, I know where that is.
In Ontario.
Yeah, that's about, I want to say an hour and a half drive away from me. So it's a nice city. It's pretty cool. Small trivia, Sebastian Bach, who was the vocalist for Skid Row, he and his family are from Peterborough.
Huh.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember years ago, I actually met his dad at a Skid Row show ages ago, and he had backstage passes for the show that was the next day in Peterborough. This is a show I went to in Toronto, and he said, "Oh, if you're going to the Peterborough show, did you want a backstage pass?" And I said, "No, because I wasn't able to make it to that show." And now I'm realizing I should have grabbed one as a keepsake, but I didn't want to deprive someone else of the, you know what I mean? Just, I didn't want to, I felt bad, but now I'm going, oh, I should have kept it.
The only concert I have ever gone to, like a real concert, was Eminem's Anger Management Tour 3 in San Antonio. And I think that was in 2005 or 2006. I can't remember which year it was, but I bought a t-shirt and I kept my ticket stub and something else. I can't remember what else I had. And I put it like in a little frame, not the t-shirt, of course, but the little ticket stub and whatever receipt I had. I had bought the receipt from when I bought the shirt, I think. And so I had put it like in a little frame. I have no idea where the t-shirt is now, and I don't know where that little picture frame was. But that was the only one. I would so love to go to a Breaking Benjamin's concert.
Nice.
Oh.
How was Eminem live? Like, just so I can let my husband know, because I bet you he's a huge Eminem fan, and he'll be jealous to hear this. I know he will.
It was awesome in my opinion, but at the time I was in love with his music. I loved D12, I loved Eminem, I loved 50 Cent. So I mean, it was what I listened to at that time, and he was kind of having the phase where he was doing the funny songs at some points, and so I mean it was fun. So
that's cool. I've grown to respect his music over the years. Like, there was the big thing for a while where he was making music like songs about his ex-wife and whatnot. Like, oh, he's a misogynist, he's talking about how he wants to kill his wife. I'm like, I don't condone that by any means, but as an artist, he's expressing himself, but he's not saying he's going to do those things. Like, yes, he's had a bit of a harsh upbringing, whatnot, but he's not just, I think it needs to be taken with a huge grain of salt. I gotta say though, that halftime show at the Super Bowl a few years ago with him and 50 Cent and Dre and everybody else, like, I was just like, this is what I listened to in the 90s, people. And it still held up. It was amazing. Yeah, that's the only time I watch football, is like just for the halftime show, and the rest of it, I know that this might make me anathema with American folks, and I apologize. I'm not a football gal, but the halftime show can be fun.
I'm not a football person either. Anytime my grandfather would have it didn't matter if it was college basketball, it didn't matter if it was football, it didn't matter if it was golf, any of the sports, especially football, I would fall asleep every time. Every time. There was one year, I think in 2015, I watched the whole Super Bowl in his honor, just to say I did, after he had passed, like the following Super Bowl after he passed, I watched it.
Aw. Yeah, I tried it. Just like I said, I'm more of like, I don't know if it's like because of the Canadian DNA. I've always been more of a hockey gal, so I don't get like insulting or violent if my favorite team loses, but I'm still kind of bummed out. But whatever.
Mimi Tammy says, I took my son to Ozfest with 3 of his best friends for their upcoming graduation from high school.
Nice. Good for you. I only saw the Ozfest tour once in 2001, and that's when Black Sabbath was the headliner, but it was the original Black Sabbath lineup, like the 4 original members. And it was so funny because the band that was on before them was Marilyn Manson, who I'd seen a bunch of times live, and they were a lot of fun. But because Marilyn Manson was on the bill, You saw like a lot of like the cool looking goth kids in the audience, and they were dressed in like their absolute best, like black clothing everywhere. I was wearing obviously black too, but I just had like, because it was like hot as heck out in the sun. It was like direct sunlight. It was basically like in this paved like parking lot, all asphalt, no shade. I had my sunblock of like SPF of 30, and I'm just dumping it on myself, drinking Gatorade like I was dying of thirst. Um, Cargo shorts and a tank top, just whatever. And by the time Marilyn Manson was done, like he saw like these groups of like these cute little goth kids. They looked stunning, but they were just like racked with sun like heat stroke and sunburn. Like I just felt so bad for them. Like they're all kind of like huddled together, shivering, and just like I'm like, this is what you get if we don't bring you sunblock and drinking water. Like, what is wrong with you? But I have to say, like, Black Sabbath was amazing to see live. Like to actually see the original lineup. I was pretty much just like the whole time, like, wow, it was so cool.
That was awesome. Welcome in, Vicky, Oodles, and Caboodles.
Hey. Yeah, it was funny when last year when I was going through my treatments, I'd actually gone to a couple of concerts at the same time. So I think it was about 3 weeks after my surgery, I went to see Rob Zombie and Alice Cooper. So, but we were at the very back. It was at the, it used to be the Ontario Place Forum. Now it's a different name. And at the very back behind all the seats, it's what's called like the lawn area. So we were up in the lawns because I'm thinking after surgery, I'm not going to be able to stand on the floor and get crushed by the pit. But it was fun. It was good. I mean, Alice Cooper and Rob Zombie always put on an amazing show. Just wonderful.
Awesome.
Yeah. My mom even likes Rob Zombie's music too. She can't watch his movies, but she loves his music.
Yeah. What was one of those the movies? It was like mid 2000s.
Was it The Devil's Rejects?
Yes, I could not stand that one. I couldn't even get all the way through it, but my boyfriend at the time loved it, and I'm like, go right ahead.
I'll be honest, I loved House of a Thousand Corpses because to me it was a throwback to all like the cool like older like 70s-ish horror movies. Mm-hmm. Devil's Rejects, the first time through, I found it disturbing for reasons I won't get into here, but I was just like, I don't know about this one. It was a little like, I can watch it more now, but yeah, my first watch through, I was just like, I don't know. Like to me, it was more disturbing. I think you may know why. Again, I'm not going to mention on because I don't want your channel to get a strike. But yeah, it was just like I'll no thanks.
And I can tolerate, all the movies, the Saw movies. I can tolerate that, but I couldn't. Yeah. I couldn't do that one. I was like, no.
I think there was certain content for me that made it hard to watch, to be honest. Yeah. The Saw movies were interesting. I haven't seen all of them yet. I think I got up to like part 5 or 6 or whatever, and then it was just like, okay, come on, how many more like realistic mousetrap things can they do now? Like, just I haven't seen them yet. My husband saw the last 2, and he was saying, you like, has he seen the whole thing? He's like, you got to see the last 2 movies, if anything, for those. Because it ties up everything.
I haven't seen number 10, the one they did last year. I have not seen that one, but I did see Spiral because it was what's that guy's name? I always want to say a different actor. He started it and also helped produce it or directed it or something. Chris Rock. And I was like, okay, they hadn't had a Saw movie in a while. And so I watched it. It was okay. I mean, and then before that, they had like the, actually, I think in the first original lineup, there was 7. It was supposed to be just 7. And then they kind of went off and did more. But it's nice, when they do actually make one and you're not expecting it and it just comes out around a Halloween and you're like, oh, if you're a Saw person, if you like the movies. but let's
Yeah.
see. Jen says to Vicky that she won a giveaway. So that's awesome. Congrats, Vicky.
Yay.
Somebody said something about somebody dying earlier. Drowning Pool's lead singer died night before in their tour bus. Heart attack. So Tommy Lee flew in to sing for the show. And I think she said sometime in the 80s, late 80s maybe, or I don't know if that was the same person. No, that was not the same person that said that. Mimi Tammy says, the Ozfest I attended, it rained all day, tore up 2 pairs of my shoes, wore a $5 black trash bag, rain stopped, and the band started. We had treat seats.
Oh man. Yeah, I think it was raining off and on for the Alice Cooper Rob Zombie show. Like it was just, but it was more like just a gentle downfall. It wasn't a torrential downpour. Thank heavens.
Demetra said, I saw David Bowie at Exhibition Place in Toronto.
So did I. I saw him in 1987 and 1990. And David Bowie to me is just like my absolute favorite, like rock star. Like we know, like Bag O' Day Crochet, like Crystal loves Freddie Mercury. She loves Freddie Mercury in the way that I love David Bowie. Like just, he was the ultimate for me. So the first time I saw him was in 1987 with special opening guest Duran Duran, and it was amazing. Just such a great show because I'm a huge fan of both artists. Mm-hmm. I was like 16. Oh, that's awesome.
I think my mom was crazy about The Cure, Journey, and a couple other bands. I don't know. But I'm kind of the same way about, like you said, about you being that way about Freddie Mercury for Crystal. I'm that way with Breaking Benjamin. They are my go-to. You know, I like a lot of music, but usually if I'm in the mood to listen to music, I turn them on. I sing. It puts me in a good mood. Even though some of their stuff sounds a little depressing, it puts me in a good mood because I love the music. It just, I click with it. I always have.
And that's what's important, is like how it makes you feel. Like if it lifts your spirits, if it connects with you on an emotional level, that's all that matters. I mean, that's what Bowie and Duran Duran did for me for a year and still continue to do. So I say go with it. I be unashamed. I actually, I don't mind them too. Like, to be honest, I do like their music. I think their lyrics are amazing. I'm not as familiar with them as you are, but I like what I've heard. I think they're pretty cool.
They have been around, I think, since, I want to say 2002.
Okay. Yeah, I figured it was like an early 2000s thing.
Where did I see that? Vicky won on Brenda's knots, but you have to claim quickly, she said.
Nice. Good for her.
Mimi Tammy says, Zoila, I only weighed like 137. Wet. Poor Mimi Tammy. Karen ABQ went to see Simply Red.
Cool.
Bridget says, I was 5 in 87, but I grew up listening to all that music.
Nice.
I think, depending on what month in 87, I was maybe 1. But I grew up listening to 80s music, 50s music, 60s music, classical music. I mean, I was raised by my grandparents. So, I mean, but my mom was in my life off and on. So, I mean, I got everybody's vibe of music.
Yeah, I pretty much was raised with like anything goes, to be honest. Like my dad was more of like a country music fan. My mom listened to just about anything, to be honest. So um, growing up, I was in a very like musically open-minded household. So, but mind you, I was I was born in 1970, so like I got the the tail end of just about everything, 60s, and then going into the 70s, like very progressive and experimental. So whatever went. One of it's so funny because one of the first bands I remember listening to when I was a kid was Roxy Music. Again, we're going like way back, like 70s. And just 2 years ago, I went to see them in Toronto on their 50th anniversary tour. The lead singer, I believe, is now like in his mid to late 70s, and can't quite hit the high notes that he used to, but it was a cool thing to see, like to be able to go and see a band that I've been listening to since I was like knee high to a grasshopper, basically. Um, and it was I was joking with my husband because he sent me as like an early Christmas birthday present. I said it was really cool being at a concert where I was one of the youngest people there. But it was just absolutely magical. I'm so glad and grateful I got to go.
Awesome. Paula Mulford had her son in 1987.
Oh, cool.
Chuck says, Cure, it's Friday, I'm in love. Yep, I know that song.
I was wondering if that would get brought up.
Yep. Queen's Crafts by Bridget says, I love most of all music, just not the screaming stuff. That death metal, my brother sometimes listens to that, like rah, rah, rah. I can't. If you can't understand it, I don't listen to it.
I will admit, I like some of the bands. I mean, after a while, it just becomes noise, and you're just like, okay, enough. Like there are certain bands that I've seen that I liked. My ex, before my husband, we used to go to a lot of death metal shows together because they were like a big time metalhead. Still are. Mm-hmm. I like metal too. There are some bands that I just listen to and can appreciate, and others I'm just like, what are they saying?
Yeah, it's the ones that you can't understand them that I don't particularly care for, because that just sounds like a bunch of jumbled mess to me.
Same with my husband.
Somebody else might be able to make out what they're saying, but I can't.
My husband's on the same page as you, and he's a musician too, so he's listening to like the different guitar tones and whatnot and just going, why that sounds terrible, what are they doing?
I know that movie, Urban Cowboy. Welcome in, Dee. How are you doing?
Hi, Dee.
Welcome, Don Laval. Welcome. I know. I think I'm about 100, but I'm like 4'9". I'm real petite, so. Welcome in, Jessica Johnson. And my chat just jumped.
I'm 5'4". I consider myself an angry hobbit. Why am I angry? Because I can't reach the stuff on the high shelves. My husband's 6'1".
Oh.
Yeah, once in a while I'll be like, honey, can you come in the kitchen for a second? What do you need me to grab?
Dee says, I had all 4 of my kids and was married for years by 1987.
Yeah, my mom was a single parent by then, raising one teenager and one, just broaching adolescence. So God help her.
Mimi Tammy says, I went to Rush concert, but the biggest speakers blew on first night and I walked out.
Ooh, shoot.
Dee's brother, roadied for famous heavy metal bands.
Nice.
Caught up with the chat. Woohoo!
Yay. Yeah, I remember thinking that at that Rob Zombie Alice Cooper show I saw last summer. One of the other reasons we had tickets in the lawns, like at the far back, because I figured right after my surgery, I figured there was no way I was going to be able to survive being on the floor, like in the mosh pit with everybody going crazy. And we kept looking down. We didn't see a lot of people doing anything crazy on the floor, like in the pit. Everybody was too busy with their phones trying to take pictures and video and stuff, which is great. But I was like, oh, so I probably wouldn't have gotten injured after all. All right, whatever. I also don't heal as quickly as I used to, but it's another story.
Yeah. Motorhead, Metallica, King Diamond, Anthrax, etc.
It's funny. Every time I've only seen Motorhead 3 times. I always bring earplugs with me to shows because these are the only ears I have, so I'm going to protect them. I want to try and protect my hearing. And I've been doing it since my 20s too. But coincidentally, every time I would see Motorhead live, I always forgot to bring my earplugs. So I would come home and my ears were just ringing because they were the loudest band on the planet.
Yeah. Chuck says Rob Zombie is now considered as classic rock.
I know, that kind of makes me cry a little. He still puts on a heck of a show, though, like just absolutely amazing. It was my husband's first time seeing Rob Zombie too, and for him to walk away going, "Yeah, that wasn't bad." I'm like, yes, we got another one.
I have no idea, Grandma Wanda, but welcome in. I haven't heard anything about her hitting her million yet. I know she was getting close. Let's see. Well, I know Thryss is dyeing yarn for her 1 million subscriber.
Nice.
Thing, but nope, she's almost there. 999K.
So
almost.
Close. Come on, people. Let's
almost
go.
there. So close. So close. Probably about maybe less than 10 or 10, because it don't show the last couple of numbers.
No, of course not. We can do it.
Yeah, but Mimi Tammy, it might say 999K, but it don't say the last 3 numbers. No. So she could be, 100 away or 10 away. We don't know. But she's close, so.
Yeah, I've seen a few unboxings from the Thryss, I guess, subscription boxes, whatever. Some of the dyes that she uses are just absolutely gorgeous. I really should. As soon as I get back up to full-time hours and can afford things, I think I might have to start subscribing to like different subscription services and stuff. So fingers crossed.
I haven't talked to Thryss lately, except for I did. She did email me a while back. Let me see. So the last time I talked to her was on the 25th.
I like her. I've seen, like, I obviously subscribe to her channel. I've seen her content. She seems like such a sweet soul. She really does.
She is.
Just like everybody else here. Yeah, this is what I mean when I said earlier, like this is such a warm, like caring, nurturing, supportive environment. Just, to be part of that is honestly just such a huge, like, I'm just so grateful to, get to know some of these folks. So Zoila says, Lisa, you would not be disappointed with her yarn. I know, I just, my wallet's kind of crying right now though. I'm on what's considered a modified work schedule. So I'm only working like 3 days a week as opposed to a full 5. So because I'm exhausted from everything, but I know I'll get back up there someday.
Mimi Tammy is gonna say, I say 1 million in less than 2 weeks. So she's guessing from about 2 weeks time, Backward will hit her million.
Soon.
And Thryss had predicted something about to have by this AM. So maybe in the morning.
Mm-hmm. No, I love that. I love this community. This is so awesome.
Oh, well, that's cute. Zoila said, Mom is waving at Crystal, Lisa, and you. Hello.
Hi, Mom. So this is what I'm working on currently. I started doubling up threads in the cakes. So this is the cake that I'm working on right now. It's one of the cotton mill-in cakes. And I'm just doing a basic double crochet back and forth, just using 2 strands at the same time. So it won't be as big, but I think it'll be a little bit broader across the top. So
yeah.
Hold
it up again so everybody can see.
Oh, I'm sorry. Ta-da! I just started it a couple days ago. And it's using one of the cotton mill-in cakes from Hirschner's Yarns. So, yeah. Kind of feel like Vanna White here. Yeah. Yeah, it just, I started again, like with crocheting being a little faster. I've been crocheting a ton of shawls. Like I love knitting shawls too, don't get me wrong, but crocheting, it goes so fast and you can see the results. And not to mention with crochet, say if you like screw up or miss a stitch or something, you can go back and fix it. Whereas with knitting, you can go back and fix it, but if it's like a lace pattern or something, unless you have what's called a lifeline where you knit like a different strand of yarn to keep the stitches in line, like there's been a few projects that have ended in tears and swearing.
Yeah. When I
I'm sure everybody's been there.
I was like, I messed up, and I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna keep going, and I'll fudge it somewhere else or do a decrease and make the pattern right again. Because I didn't know anything about how to rip it out, and I didn't want to start over. I was so far in, and I'm just like, now I know how to do the lifeline, and
yep,
yeah,
I was gonna keep going. I just recently did that with a crochet shawl pattern. It was one of Bagoday's tutorials where it was like a 3-row repeat, and it was super simple, and it used like a lace weight or fingering weight yarn. But I kept, like, what she would do is she would do like a chain 1 and then turn and then do the whatever double crochets. I kept forgetting to do the chain 1 before turning, and my count was always off by 1. And it was just like, why am I missing so many stitches? This is driving me crazy. So I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to add a bunch here or take some there. So it's very wavy. You would see the mistakes, like as an experienced crocheter, you would probably see the mistakes. But I wound up giving it to someone. I said, it's just riddled with mistakes. And they're like, I don't care. I can't tell because I don't do this. So, but it looks pretty. Like, phew, okay.
Yeah. like when we crochet or knit something, we can see all the mistakes because we made them. We know we messed up. But others that are not familiar, they're not gonna know.
That's the same with my knitting. If I'm knitting a shawl or something, whatever, and I mess up, like I will know because I can see it as soon as I pick it up. But for anybody else to just like, oh, this is pretty, it's like there's a little voice like, you don't see the mistakes in there. You don't see it. No, it is a lovely garment here.
Welcome in, Sonja. Grandma Wanda says, my grandson Angel loved his octopus and named him Bob. Oh. Karen is stuck on diamond painting. Bad habit now. Laugh out loud. No, I love it.
I know a few people into the diamond painting. It looks fun. I would love to do it, but I have cats that love to crawl on, every available surface. So, yeah. I just have this nightmare of like little diamond fragments going fling. Oh, that's awesome. I think my sister got into doing diamond paintings. No, she did, because she gave me one of the she did a diamond painting of like this big beautiful fairy with like shades of like purple and blue. It's hanging in my living room as we speak.
Aww.
Now that I have to think about it. Yeah, it was kind of a little housewarming gift when we moved into this apartment years ago.
That's awesome.
It's
my
really
mom
pretty.
was the one that got me into diamond painting.
Nice.
She liked it, and then she goes, give me your favorite picture of Tom. I'm like, okay, so I sent it to her, and then she had a custom diamond painting made of my cat Tom.
Oh.
And it took me 6 months to work up the courage to actually do my first one. She goes, it better be that one of Tom. Because I had like 5 or 6 at the time, and I was like, yes, I promise it'll be the one of Tom. And I did, and I made a frame for it, and I used to have it sitting back here for the longest time. Now it's over there. So
that's so cool. That is such a great gift.
Yeah, it was.
Aww.
I have cats, but I have room just for art, knitting, yarn, and crochet stuff.
Sounds like the second bedroom in our apartment. It's because my husband's a musician, so the one half of the room is all my husband's gear, like his guitars and amps and whatnot, and this half is mine. If you saw what was on the other side of this laptop, you'd be horrified because there's barely any room to move. It's a cluttered creative space. Let's put it that way.
If y'all could actually see all of my room, I probably have and my closet. I mean, this whole room has enough stuff to fill probably a tiny house.
It's getting there. But the camera here, like the way you're set up right now, like with all the stuffies and whatnot, that looks so comfortable. It really does. Like, you look so comfortable.
Yeah, but there's a big, like, what y'all can't see here off to the side, there's like a shelf that has these little totes that have yarn in it. It's all scrap yarn. And then there's 4 cubbies here with stitch markers stuff and scraps and bunch of, and then stuffed animals up on top of it. Yeah.
Oh, I'm wedged between like containers over here and whip bags over here. So I feel you. Trust me.
There's just enough to pull my table up and put it right in front of me. That's actually, you can actually see the space beside me in the video that I did, spinning and chit chat.
Yeah, I remember that.
Well, you actually get to see that shelf that hardly anybody ever sees, but that's where I have to sit and spin because I don't really have any other room for the spinning wheel to sit, and I can't really, go anywhere else in the house because both my mom, not my mom, my grandma and my aunt are allergic to wool. So I try to keep the fiber in here.
Yeah.
And then it just gets on my floor or my bed. And then I just have to clean that little area off. So.
Yeah.
Oh, cat jumped again.
Uh-oh.
Grandma Wanda has, I sewed for years, scrapbooked, cross-stitch, now crochet.
Nice.
Layla has never tried diamond painting.
I've heard it's addictive.
It can be, and I think the shortest time it took me to do a diamond painting was like 4 days, but that's like almost constantly working on it. Yeah. And it's a smaller one, like a 12 by 12 inch. So
right.
Longest was like 2 or 3 weeks. So oh, Melanie J has been a member for 8 months. She says, love being a Yarny Cat. Thank you, Melanie.
Yay.
Mimi Tammy says, Crystal, I did start the Bark at the Moon C2C blanket, working on night sky with sparkle dark blue. That's the yarn that you asked what you should make with it, huh?
Nice.
Karen goes, yeah, I saw Crystal's diamond paintings and she got me going, laugh out loud. Yeah, that's the only thing I did for a short spurt there. I did like 4 or 5 or 6 in a row almost and didn't do much of anything else for a while. I think I got burnt out on it. Honestly, I did so many. Welcome in, Janet Dixon.
Hi, Janet. Yeah, I think that's why I didn't get deeper into doing video games. Like I would say my husband's a gamer. I do like a couple, like I do my Animal Crossing. I do a couple like pointy shooties, but I don't get into full on gaming as much because it would take away from this. So that and you know, making my jewelry and other things. So maybe someday we'll see.
Yeah. You can just buy one and try it. You know, they have the film that goes over. Oh, so once you're doing the diamonds and you want to take a break, you just put that film back down. Yeah. And then it keeps the dust and everything from getting on it or things getting stuck to it. So
like cat hair.
Yeah. Karen goes, and I added to all your stuff in that room. Oops, sorry. It's okay. I actually have a little bit of space in my closet now because me and my grandmother put up 2 shelves in there on a wall that was just empty. So I do have a space up there I can put stuff now. Chuck goes, gaming is cheaper than dating. Karen goes, oh, sorry.
I was going to say, my copy of Animal Crossing cost me almost $80. Like, I don't know.
Karen goes, I'm on my 7th. Help, I can't stop.
No, it looks fun, but like I said, I like doing the, like, sticking with like the yarn based things and like, you know, making my jewelry and whatnot. It's funny, I was talking with a couple of friends. We usually get together on Sunday afternoons, except this Sunday, obviously, my bestie Beth and I, we're going to be doing our Easter dinners with our families and whatnot, so we can't do it Sunday, so we'll be meeting tomorrow. But the last time we met up, we were talking about how buying yarn or crafting supplies is a hobby unto itself, like not just like knitting, crocheting, whatever, but purchasing the craft supplies is also a hobby.
Yeah,
I fully agree.
Janet says, I bought a couple of diamond paintings after I saw your outdoor tide opening and I haven't done any yet. it took me 6 months before I did my first one, so I knew I wanted to try eventually, but then it's like, if y'all could see this little ottoman that's sitting on this side of my chair, it's full of diamond painting stuff. Full. I probably have about 15 diamond paintings, and then some that won't even fit in there that are in the top of my closet. So,
Oh, wow.
yeah.
I think when my sister got hers, she ordered them through, I want to say either Temu or AliExpress. I'm not sure, but one of the others. So, and it sounds like a place where a lot of folks get them from. I don't know. I've gotten like jewelry components through those companies. I haven't ordered yarn or anything like that, but yeah.
I place an order every month for various crochet type things to put in my giveaways. I have ordered diamond paintings from Temu, and they seem, pretty good. I never have tried one yet off Temu, but I have done one off AliExpress.
Okay.
And I have ordered a few custom diamond paintings from Amazon. So
nice. Okay. I thought for some weird reason that you were an affiliate with Temu. I don't know why I thought that.
Not me.
Okay. Sorry.
I think that's Daigo Crochet. I think she's
Okay.
the Temu affiliate.
Or even
I
Gary
am affiliate for Fragrant Jewels, though.
Oh, okay. That's what it is. Okay. Sorry. My mistake.
It's okay. Dee's shouting at me. She goes, "You got me hooked on diamond painting." Sorry about that, Dee, but you enjoy it, right? Grandma Wanda says, "Be right back."
I just realized I've been apologizing a lot through this. Can you tell in Canadian? I apologize for a lot of things, even when they're not my fault.
Chuck says, Temu isn't good for the bank account.
No, it's not. I think one of my first orders was like, I think it was 75 Canadian. But it was, like I said, it was a lot of jewelry components. And I think I got a couple different storage things too, like just little, like little zip, like the zippered bags or whatever, just for holding my notions and whatnot. But yeah, it's dangerous.
Yeah. I put a lot of stuff on the wish list, and then it's like, I haven't made a personal order in probably about 5 months. Okay. I do make an order once a month.
Nice.
For my channel for the giveaway. Now I'll get, little notion bags or a crochet hook set and a couple of things of yarn, maybe a neck light, different stuff like that. Just different little stuff. Because I stock up stuff here, like pom-poms and buttons, and I make my own stitch markers, but darning needles, like a pack of 15 darning needles, 3 sizes. I always try to have those handy because you never know, whoever might win might not have darning needles. Maybe they need some, or scissors, or something like that.
That's such a great idea. Yeah, I find that you and Dee do the same thing. Like, you make sure that there's like little notions pouches, like with the different supplies that folks might need that they might run out of. So I think you're both very considerate in that respect, in that you do that. I think that's really cool.
Thank you. I want it to be, have a lot of different stuff, not just, here you go, here's some yarn. Well, everybody loves yarn, but, to have, something else. Like, I throw in tea and candy sometimes, or dye paintings, or I can't even think. It's like, I try to put different types of stuff in it, not just, here's some yarn, have that,
which is what I do, unfortunately.
Well, a lot of them out there just want the yarn, I know, because they may not have enough yarn, and I can understand that, but I would like to throw other stuff in too. So
yeah, I think the one when Diane at my Pink Bathtub Knits, she and I did a little sort of unofficial exchange. Like she sent me a really cool care package with some yarns that I opened up in a video, and then I sent her one because I thought, one good turn deserves another. I didn't put any notions in it. I put like some yarns that I knew she could make for like, teddy bears or other stuffies, but I put in a crochet chicken that my sister made. Aww. It's a pattern that she found and she bought off of Etsy. And I swear her living room is just covered in stuffies, but mostly chickens. And it's just the cutest little crochet chicken. Like, it's adorable. So because Diane likes chickens. So I thought I kind of bartered with some yarn with my sister for one of her stuffies and plopped that in, and she loved it. So I was thinking that too. Even my husband suggested, I said, maybe you can put some of your stuffies in boxes too. So maybe, because I knit like little miniature zombies and like little cupcakes and just odd things here and there. So maybe I might start doing that actually. But yeah, I think it's really cool. Like folks like you and Dee and others who do giveaways where they give away like little pouches of notions, like stitch markers and darning needles. I think that's very thoughtful.
Well, thank you.
Well, I think you're very thoughtful anyway, but it deserves to be repeated.
Thank you. See, my chat's not moving.
Uh-oh.
It's stuck. And then it jumped.
Well, I did see something back where Dee said something like, just what I need, another hobby, another craft.
Yeah, just what I need, a new craft.
Sorry, not sorry. Oh, join the club.
And then Chuck says, hey, Crystal, are you going to pick up leather crafting? Probably not.
Oh. I'd like to, but yeah, my wallet's already crying as it is, so
Karen says there is a liquidation store that gets stuff from Amazon and sells $100 items for as low as $6 and has diamond paintings, and he's gonna put some aside for me and said he'll make a deal for me.
Oh, nice.
Cool. Yeah, I'm in big trouble, she says. Oh, well, thank you, Mama Gwen. She says, I have loved the prizes the times I've won on Crystal's channel.
Aw.
Thank you.
That's so cool.
I've been curious
about
making my own dress Oxford shoes.
Ooh.
Custom one of a kind, Chuck says.
Oh, that would be so cool. And plus with the amount of work that would go into it, they would last. Oh my gosh. Well, now I'm getting some ideas on what to put in like future giveaways. I think I might be doing another one soon anyway, so we'll see what happens. Like now that I'm starting to get a little bit more spring in my step.
Yeah. Grandma Wanda won a Bridget bag at Mel's yesterday for her Mel's 2-year anniversary yesterday.
Nice. Congratulations.
Yeah, I was on there for almost 2 hours, and then I have like for an hour and a half my food is sitting there on my bed, and I'm just like smelling chicken this whole time, making me even more hungry. So I was like, Melanie J goes, Crystal, are you okay? You need to get up and stretch. I guess I had a look on my face or something.
No.
And I was like, actually, I am going to go and I'm going to go eat. And so I actually watched the rest of the live on my TV while I sat there and ate. And I saw that you won, Grandma Wanda. So congratulations.
Yay. That's how I wind up watching most of the lives. Like I'll like when I am able to catch them, like I'll have it on my phone just to, appease the algorithm gods, but I will watch them like on the big television in the living room. It's funny because now my husband's starting to recognize people that I watch. Like, oh, that's Crystal, and oh, there's Dee's Creative Hands, and is that Bag O'Day? I'm like, how do you know these people? He's supportive, of course, but it's kind of funny. He's starting to like name them off now.
Aw. Dee says, I want people to be able to open the box and start crocheting. So you have everything you need to start.
I think the most I've ever won on any live stream was on one of Dee's, where I won a draw for like 2 extra tickets to be thrown into the bag. So I just saw the name. I was like, "Woo! I got 2 more chances! Yay!"
Yeah, Momo actually won, I think, last year, one of the monthly boxes.
Nice, good for her.
Oh, that's cool. Mimi Tammy says, I'm blessed there are 3 huge covered plastic storage bins at Crochet Group. Free yarn.
Oh, nice. There's the place that I do volunteer work at here. It's called Hope House, and it's basically kind of like, well, it's a drop-in center, but it's also a place for resources, like for folks who are struggling, need a little bit of help with, say, food or clothing, maybe some job counseling. There was a place, I think they used to have like a barber that would come in once a week to give haircuts and shaves and whatnot. But on Saturdays, there's an activity. It's not run by the folks at Hope House, but they use the same facilities. It's called Art Etc. And a lot of folks from Hope House will come in and like join the festivities. It's just basically like 2-3 hours of like, you know, if you want to sit down and paint or make some art or whatever, you can do that. And I went through, I believe it or not, like as much yarn as there is back here, like I tried to like shrink it down and see if there was any that I didn't need right away or whatever. And I wound up compiling like 4 or 5 big grocery bags full of yarn. So I brought it down to Art Etc. and just dropped it off on the free table, like the giveaway table, and they were all gone within, I think, 5 minutes.
Wow.
And by the end of that day, I saw 2 people working on brand new crochet projects. So I was like, yes. It made me feel good that I could give something to someone who may not have had the resources to buy yarn or craft supplies. Like it wasn't just yarn. I had like knitting needles and crochet hooks that I wasn't using or had duplicates of or whatever. But just to see that sort of thing go to good use so somebody could make something for themselves, it just, I don't know, it was very cool.
Yeah. Let's see. Karen says, yes, Crystal and her grandmother give some great items on giveaways. I'm waiting to hit one. Fingers crossed. Welcome in, Mary Hain. I think we're fixing to do the entry giveaway here in just a second. Because we're fixing to come up on 2 hours.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah. I was like, wow.
I've been talking everybody's ears off.
Live I have done this month, it's been 2 hours. And I'm just like, why not go another 2 hours this time? I haven't used all my hours for StreamYard, so and actually it reset yesterday, so
really?
Yeah. I guess it depends on when you create your account or when you first go live or something like that. But they give you 20 hours free.
Oh, wow.
And so I normally use them between 13 and 15 hours a month. That's it. So
good for you. But you definitely pack a punch with your live streams, which is very cool.
Well, thank you.
Now, here's a question. I'm not up to I haven't been monetized or anything yet. I still need to get my views up on my shorts and viewing hours and whatnot. Can I still go into StreamYard and do a live stream through YouTube anyway?
Yeah.
Yes. All right. Because I'm thinking, here's what I'm thinking. I'm glad that we're here together so I can pick your brain on this. I'm thinking of doing a live stream when I go into full remission, remission live stream, come party, let's tell cancer to, take a hike, that sort of thing. So, okay. I have to do that now.
You would just use StreamYard, connect your YouTube account, and create the lives through StreamYard. Okay. And then when you're ready to go live, you just go to StreamYard.com find
Okay.
whichever one, the live you're going to do, enter studio. And then the little button, it says, you know, on your end, it would say leave, but there would be start or end. And
Right.
if you get to that point and you need help, this phone does screen record, so I can actually show you, you know, little video clips or something like that. Or I can help walk you through it. Like, we'd be like this, but not live,
Yeah.
you know, and
Right.
just one-on-one, and I can help you walk you through it. I mean,
I appreciate that. Thank you. I may need to pick your brain that day. So it may not be the Thursday where I get my last treatment. It might be like that weekend or sorry, I'm just looking at some of the comments like, yeah, I'll be there. Let's party. Thank you. Well, I'll let you know. You folks are so sweet. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, I will definitely be in contact with you, and you can hold my hand when I go through. No, I really appreciate that. Thank you. That's very sweet of you.
you're very welcome. I always say, you know, like, most of the time I figure out how to do something and I already have the knowledge. So if somebody needs help doing it, why not share the knowledge, you know? So
For
that's
sure.
how I feel about it.
Everybody wins.
Yes. Alrighty, I am going to refresh Nightbot. And I think next month I'm going to mix it up. Maybe on Tuesdays I'll use Nightbot, and then Fridays I'll use the StreamYard giveaway tool. Oh,
Shoot.
Dee says, message me, Lisa, I'll donate.
Oh my gosh. Oh, you're gonna get me choked up.
Chuck is already saying orange juice. What? That's not the keyword. I don't even know what the keyword is yet. But we go with the color of my shawl. Yellow. So the keyword is yellow.
Because
Lobster.
It's a pretty spring color. Spring has sprung.
Yep.
It is officially Easter weekend. It's Good Friday.
So
And
I'm
has
going
everybody-
to pick 5 people, 2 entries each.
And has everybody hit the thumbs up for the chat?
Rachel King. Let me see. If you want to donate postage, I could probably put together a box. Shipping is stupid though. Try shipping through Pirate Ship. Oh wait, you're in Canada. I don't know if y'all can use Pirate Ship over there or not.
I'm not
wouldn't see
sure.
why not. Pirate Ship kind of helps save, makes things cheaper. So
Yeah. Well, anything's better than Canada Post nowadays. Sorry, did I say that out loud?
I meant that for Mimi, Crystal. Oh, okay. We'll use Pirate Ship. It's cheaper.
Yeah, look that up.
Yep. Chuck even said, I use Pirate Ship. It's so much cheaper. You can save up to 80% sometimes. So
Nice.
when something would cost, you know, $10, you might spend 6 or 7. So you save a couple of dollars. Like the medium flat rate US boxes,
Right.
I think they're about 16 something, and I think I was able to ship one through Pirate Ship for like 13 instead of
Nice.
16. So it saved like about $3.
Yeah, I used some of the flat rate shipping boxes for my last giveaways. It was kind of funny because I drew 2 names for my last giveaway from my last whatever on my channel. And coincidentally, both of them were here, not just in Canada, but here in Ontario as well. I'm like, oh, shoot, that's handy.
Yeah.
I think the large one is like 32 Canadian, so I'm not sure what that would be in American funds. And the medium was like, I think 20 or 24. So, but I packed it in there like
$1 Canadian dollar is 74 cents to a US dollar.
okay.
So about
Thank you.
3/4.
I should have that conversion thing on my phone. I really should.
Yeah, I have done that too, Chuck. He says I save and reuse my Amazon boxes and packing supplies.
We do. My husband and I do the same thing too. If he's shipping out something to someone, like doing a gear exchange or whatever. So, but I wanted like bigger boxes that I could, because the winners that of my draw, like I wanted them to get like just open the box and just like explosion.
Grandma Wanda, you can okay, so when you use Pirate Ship, it gives you an option before you pay for the label. It'll give you the USPS price or UPS price. They don't do FedEx. So you can have USPS pick it up for free on your front porch or your mailbox if it's small enough, or like schedule the pickup so your mail lady or mailman knows to pick it up. Or if you want to, if it's cheaper to send UPS, you have to pay a fee for them to come and pick it up from your house, but you can take it to the UPS store for free. And all you would have to do is just pay for the shipping part.
That sounds amazing and so convenient. Oh my goodness.
Yes, it is.
That's awesome.
So we are sitting at 21 eligible. You're very welcome, Grandma Wanda. Katie, I told her ship through Pirate Ship, and she's like, well, what's that? And I'm like, it's a shipping service online, and you get a little bit of a discount. And they use either UPS or USPS. And she tried it. She loved it. She bought a scale and bought me one because they were on sale.
Nice.
And she goes, I am so telling my parents about this because they ship boxes all the time, so to their family. So she was happy to learn about Pirate Ship.
I'm gonna have to look into that, see if it is available for Canada. I don't know. I hope so. It sounds amazing.
I've sent the Naked Snail. She won a bag around Halloween, I think, or Christmas, and I was able to ship it through Pirate Ship.
Okay.
Sorry, that was it's reminding me to take some medicine.
Uh-oh.
All right, we're up to 23 eligible. Thank you, Dee.
Oh my goodness. Dee, you rock.
Goodness. Okay. Thank you.
Thanks for reminding me. I
Yeah,
need to renew my membership for this channel. Oh my god, I'm I need to do that as soon as I get paid. Like, never mind going to Michael's. I got to go to YouTube and go, okay, who haven't I signed up for yet?
Let's see. Okay, 5 for you, Dee. I got it. And Queen's Crafts. I'll just put you as Queen Bridget. I know who you are. Soila. Michael got one. MDL Crochet.
Yay.
Mominator Judy. and Ivy B creates. Has anybody seen Yolanda Perkins recently on anyone's lives or chats or anything? Katie had asked me the other day if I had seen her. I thought she was on my live last Friday, but I could be wrong. But I just didn't know if anybody else had seen her.
I thought I might have seen her on Dee's last Saturday or the week before. I'm not sure.
I just hope she's all right. Because
yeah,
not D. I was looking at D's comment, says give them to Zoila. So the 5 that you gifted, give it to Zoila. Because Katie had said, have you seen Yolanda lately? And I'm like, not that I know. And I'm just like, that started making me think. She goes, I wonder if she's okay.
Yeah.
Last night for a minute. So you have seen her, Mimi Tammy? Demetra has not seen Yolanda recently. Hey, Terry, welcome in. Karen has not. At Dawn Aaron's dye show, you seen her? Okay. Well, at least I know she's okay and she's not like sick or hurt or anything like that. I'm glad she's all right. All right. So I think she wants to give. Oh, she has been sick. Okay. Well, that stinks that she has been sick, but she's okay now.
It's that time of year. Things are flying around.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons why, like, I only work part-time, but I mask up at work, and I know that there's been a big kerfuffle over masks and whatnot, but with my immune system being put through the ringer, I ain't taking any chances. I'm sorry. Especially working in a factory where hygiene is considered an afterthought. No. No thanks.
See, and I take a medicine that suppresses the immune system, so I could get sick easier too. So that's another reason why I don't go out as much.
Yeah,
because I don't know how my immune system would react.
Yeah.
So okay.
No, I hear ya.
It's still sitting at 24, but I think everybody has technically entered. So
I've seen some yellows.
okay. We'll wait about 30 more seconds.
The word is yellow, folks.
Yeah, I the other day we had went to, oh, there's Tracy in turn, so yep, 25. We had to go to a grocery store and I turned a corner and somebody's coughing and I turned around and went the other way. And I'm like, oh, nope, I ain't doing it. And I held my breath. I'm like, yeah, that may not help me, but it makes me feel better.
Yeah.
But, all right, 25. Still sitting at 25. Well, hello, Adrian, Kiwi's Crochet Corner. Welcome, welcome.
Hey.
I was supposed to be looking at 30 seconds. I just, okay, so we're going to go ahead and draw. Go
right.
the other way when people cough too. Yeah.
Yeah. Especially if they're not covering their mouths. It's like, come on.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right, the word is yellow. Let's go.
All right. We have Oodles and Caboodles, Angela Wright, Dee's Creative, Flower Tammy, Grandma Wanda, Sonia West, Janet, Jen Reeves, Jen's Hobby, Jessica, Karen, Kim, Kiwi. So she got hers in there. Good. Then I lost my place. Okay. Dawn Lavelle, M. Hain, Mateo, Melanie J, Mimi Tammy, Mama Gwen, Tracy Huber, Paula Mulford, Rachel, Sally, Terry, Demetra, and Soila. All right. Good luck. We're going to pick 5 people. Mama Gwen. Congrats. And I just realized I didn't do all the crows and everything for the gifted membership. All right. So I'm just going to do a 1-all. So this is for Dee and the gifted memberships.
Yay.
And then this one is for Mama Gwen.
Hey, congratulations, Mama Gwen.
All right. Second winner is Jen Reeves.
Yay. Congratulations, Jen.
Congrats, Jen. All right. Third winner, Demetra, the Naked Snail.
Yay, Naked Snail. Congratulations.
All right. Fourth one is Terry.
Yay. Congratulations, Terry.
By the way, Terry, send me an email. I don't know if you emailed Mel or not, but go ahead and email me and I'll reply back and send you all the patterns you won yesterday at Mel's party. All right, last and final winner of the month is Alla Mulford.
Woo! Congratulations.
All right, each of y'all will receive 2 entries each. And let's see. When is the first?
Monday.
Okay, so Monday we draw the winner for March giveaway. Sunday, I will draw the winners for the Easter cow. So that's, I know somebody turned in one during the live, so that leaves 3 people that have not finished yet. So they have tomorrow to get their entries in. So, and this chat is trying to catch up. It's like flying.
Wee.
All the yellows going by and everything. And then all the congratulations. Okay, I'm going to close out Nightbot. I think Mimi Tammy wants you to type drop. Are you able to type anything?
Let's see what I can.
Oh, that's so sweet of you, Mama Gwen. She wants her entries to go to you.
Oh my gosh. Thank you, Mama Gwen. That's very kind of you.
That is very, very kind.
Okay. I'm just trying something here, so hopefully it'll go through. If I cannot, then I cannot. Come on. Oh, you're not going to give me this problem again, are you? Okay, good. All right. I'm just going to type in drop, see what happens.
There we go.
Yay! Mama Gwen, thank you. You're very kind. I seriously appreciate that so much. Oh wait, you just signed out Nightbot, so it's not going to go in there.
No,
Oh,
I
dear.
didn't sign out. I just closed the tab.
Oh, sorry.
It should have.
Okay. I'm not quite sure how to do the link on here, so just maybe I can just do this instead.
You know what? Better yet, her link is in the description box, and also if you look at the top of the chat, it's up there at the top.
I am so technologically challenged, as if you haven't guessed today. Oh, thank you. Kim G says Lisa's a great guest host. Oh my gosh, you folks are so kind. Oh my gosh, thank you. I appreciate you all. I appreciate. Can we give it up to Crystal for A, hosting such a great chat, and B, for welcoming me in with open arms and communicating with all you awesome people. Like, thank you. I'm so grateful. I really am.
Oh, you're very welcome, and thank you. Yeah, her link is in pinned to the top of the chat. It's the blue box with the yellow with my name there. And then if somehow, some way it's not showing for you, say if you're watching the replay and you do not see the chat, it's in the description box.
Mimi Loves Crochet says, we call that chemo brain. Yeah, guilty as charged. Yeah. Combine that with middle-aged brain fog and...
Yeah, this is the second time she's been on my channel. I'll probably have her on again. So yes, Kim, she will be back at some point.
If you can tolerate my rambling, I'm here.
Girl, it was fine. Dee is making chicken and dumplings. What did I miss? Well, you didn't miss much.
Oh my God, girl, now I'm hungry. Although my husband is making some fish because it's Good Friday, so fish, right? But chicken and dumplings, okay.
Well, it dropped Kim's link. That's so weird.
Let me try that again. Whatever. That's
there
okay.
It goes. It did it.
Hey.
Maybe it was because when I closed out the tab, he was confused.
Like, wait, you want me to do that again? Yep, I just typed dropped. Sorry. Karen, I got that chemo brain too. Yeah. Whew.
Sally is listening and cooking and trying to reset furnace.
Oh, I'm sorry, Sally. Oh my gosh. Good luck.
Alrighty, everybody. We are going to head out. I hope everyone had a good time and happy Good Friday. And I will see y'all Sunday for the Easter cow. And then I'll see y'all on Monday. So
happy Easter, everybody. Thank you again, Crystal. Thank you, everybody.
All right, everyone. Y'all have a good evening. Take care. Stay safe. And we'll see y'all later. Bye, everyone. Heart.
Bye.